So Trump has been indicted for the fourth time, this time in Georgia. Fourth political witch hunt in the last 6 months. But it just backfired. And this might be the biggest backfire in American political history. Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to ANN American News Network. I'm your host, Vlad. Two things really quickly. I want to thank the sponsor of this channel, Mike Lindell, with his companies My Store and My Pillow. Use links down below in the description with promo code ANN at checkout. Huge discount. There's also a link to my merch store, megamerchus.com. Represent freedom and style. Let's get right into it. Coming from CBS pollsters, CBS fake news, so you know they're playing with the numbers a little bit. But according to CBS pollsters, nationwide, Trump is at a 60% approval rating among Republicans going into the primary election. That gives him at least a 47 lead over everyone else, over the next guy behind him, which is right now Vivek. And I mean, DeSantis, he completely destroyed his political career forever. But I think Vivek, we'll see what happens with him in 2028. Also, with this indictment, Trump yesterday made a lot of headlines and a lot of news with one of his posts on Truth Social and his Telegram page. He said, and I quote, "On August 21st at 11 a.m., my legal team and I will be holding a special press conference. In this press conference, we are going to present irrefutable proof of election things in Georgia in the 2020 presidential election. After this press conference, all the charges should be dropped immediately." And a quote, this is getting good. I'm excited. I want to see, so these are things that he was holding on to and going to court and trying to put it in front of a grand jury or in front of a judge, and nobody would listen to him. Apparently, the president of the United States or former president of the United States doesn't have standing ground. Make it make sense, unless we're a dictatorship. And you know, right now, Democrats are always screaming, we live in a democracy. Right now we are. What is a democracy? A democracy is open borders. A democracy is crime-ridden streets, overdoses, depression. What is democracy? A democracy is a dictatorship, rigged elections. A democracy is where you think you have freedoms, but you really don't. They tell you you have freedom of speech, but only speech that they like. Yeah, so right now we are living in a democracy, and democracy sucks. Stalin thought he had the greatest democracy ever. China thinks they have a democracy. North Korea believes they have a democracy. Democracies come and go, and they can be shift changed into anything you want. But a constitutional republic, that is the true foundation of this country, and we will be back there, and we'll be back there soon. Trump has a real ace up his sleeve. In one unusual way, former President Donald Trump stands to benefit from his persecutors' latest act of vengeance-inspired wrath. On Monday, a grand jury in Fulton County, Georgia, indicted Trump and 18 others in charges related to the 2020 presidential election. The former president and his fellow defendants have until August 25th to surrender. Meanwhile, the first Republican presidential debate looms on August 23rd. Fox News will broadcast the debate in Milwaukee. So the more headlines Trump makes, the more his polls skyrocket, because people get to see what the establishment is doing to this man, and he gets to spread his message of hope and a vision for the future, to bring back the great economy we had under him, to continue securing the border, to not end up in a nuclear World War III. Sounds like good stuff to me, but Trump should not go to the debate, but get indicted on the 23rd. I think that's his best bet. I think that he doesn't need to debate, at least for now. I mean, his poll numbers, why would he debate? It's dumb. He shouldn't. So that is another huge gain for him. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to check out our favorite lady, Hillary. I mean, Hillary with the big list of people that just The Lord took him sooner than later. Watch, she's literally about to talk about the same stuff. Like, just when is Hillary going to be indicted? That's all I want to know.
System of democracy at its heart is the idea that the people get to decide how we are governed. And if we no longer believe that our will is effectuated through the system, if bad actors tell us falsely that every election is stolen.
Bad actors.
Well, he certainly interfered in our election. And it was clear he interfered to hurt me and to help my opponent. Unprecedented interference. I was on the way to winning.
We know that Putin was intent upon helping Trump. That's no longer subject to debate. The interference with the election, Virginia just stopped using touchscreen computer voting because it's so vulnerable.
Right.
We need to look at all the voting machines. Every Secretary of State needs to be, assisted in making sure that they are not.
We are not far-right extremists. We actually agree with Hillary Clinton. These machines are vulnerable and every Secretary of State needs to look into it. I agree with Hillary Clinton. Why do they call it a right-wing conspiracy theory? No, we got the idea from her. We got the idea about our elections, about the machines from Hillary Clinton. When is Dominion gonna sue her? When is she gonna be indicted?
Not being hacked and attacked. You can run the best campaign. You can impact and attack. That assisted in making sure that they're not being hacked and attacked. You can.
Wait, I thought machines being hacked and attacked is a right-wing conspiracy. Is she a far-right extremist? I think so.
Run the best campaign. You can even become the nominee. And you can have the election stolen from you.
He knows that he's an illegitimate president.
What?
And is stolen, and that the only way an election is trustworthy is if they come out on top of it. Then something it tells you something not just about that person or that moment. It maybe wounds us as a democracy in a way that is hard to repair.
Yeah, as a democracy, it does wound us because we're not a democracy. A democracy is easily broken. The Soviet Union considered itself to be a communist democracy. Yeah, a democracy needs to be broken and thrown out in the trash because we're a constitutional republic. For any liberal watching this video right now, I got $5,000 cash. Show me the word democracy in the Constitution of the United States or in the Declaration of Independence at least once. It's not there.
What do you think about how we get better after the wounds that have been inflicted on us through this process?
Well, I think, the truth matters.
The truth matters, says the serial liar, Hillary Clinton. The truth matters. Look at their game. Look at their strategy. It's a old, communist Marxist strategy that they go by. You accuse your opponents of everything you yourself are guilty of. You indict your opponent for everything you're guilty of. You lie about them. The lies you tell about your opponent is what would be truth if someone said it about you. So everything they're saying about Trump, they're really themselves guilty of. But never forget, more than their fear of him is their jealousy. They are jealous of Trump. It's not as much as they fear him, it's they're jealous of him. They're supposed to be presidents and senators and congressmen and women of the Democrats and of the left and who everyone's supposed to love and cheer on, and this big racist orange man from New York that they've spread lies and propaganda about is supposed to be just cast out of society after everything that they've said about him and done to him. But no, the people are actually treating them the way they want the people to treat him. And they're treating him the way they want the people to be treating them. And they're jealous. More than their fear of him, they are jealous. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. May the Lord bless you, your household, in Jesus' name. Make sure to like, comment, subscribe, share. Trump 2024 or sooner.